Hi everyone, I have put off filming this video. I just haven't felt like I've had the strength to do it, and I'm just so sick of sharing bad news. As you can probably see by the title of this video, it's not good news. Sadly, we lost our little miracle at 6 weeks. I guess if you don't follow me on Instagram, you won't have read what's been happening in the last week. Spring has started here and my allergies are terrible, so excuse my congested nose. So, the day after I shared the news that Liv, our gestational surrogate and friend, was pregnant, she messaged me on the Saturday morning and told me that she had had a few hours of sharp stabbing pains near her left ovary. She said she had a similar pain when she was pregnant with her twin girls at around the same time, and that was confirmed to be a burst cyst on her ovary, which was fine. It rectified itself. So we were just hoping that that's what the pain was this time and it wasn't an ectopic. Liv went to get bloods done that Saturday morning and we hoped to get the results that afternoon, but we were told that the results were taking longer to come in and that we'd have to wait till Monday afternoon to receive them. That was a very scary weekend. As you know, if you saw my last video, the week leading up to that weekend was incredibly anxiety-ridden. Nerve-wracking waiting for the blood test results, just hoping that the HCG was doubling every 48 hours. We were relieved that it was, even though the numbers were on the lower side, they were still doubling as they should. So the original plan for that weekend was to just bask in the moment and enjoy the victory of doubling numbers and the fact that our surrogate was pregnant. We haven't been pregnant for 4 years this month, so it's been a long time. Obviously the news that Liv had pain was worrying. Waiting for the blood results on the Monday was terrifying. On the Monday we received the blood test results. Liv was 5 weeks and 1 day. I was wrapping little dream orders when Liv's text came through on Monday afternoon and my heart just sank. I was anxiously checking my phone all day, every couple of minutes, and when her text came through and I saw the word dropped. The last blood test that she had done was the Wednesday prior and the level was 76, and the level on the Saturday she had the bloods done revealed that the HCG had dropped from 76 to 51. A pretty significant drop, and I think for me all hope went out the window in that moment. I didn't tell Tim straight away. I didn't know how. I just didn't want it to be true, I guess. It's so hard. This pregnancy, we didn't get a positive till a little later, so we thought that it hadn't worked and that our embryo hadn't stuck. And then the HCG was doubling as it should, and then the pain, and it was just a lot of back and forth and trying to be hopeful but also trying to protect our hearts, and it's just I don't think there's no right or wrong way of doing it. It's just going to be awful regardless. So the nurse told us on the Monday that although it's not overly common, they do see dips sometimes in HCG levels and then they go back up. I wasn't holding my breath for that.
It is one of those things that we normally would like to see it just continue to rise and increase. So the fact that it has kind of gone the other way is a little bit, kind of, I guess you could say it's looking a little bit like it might, continue to go that way too. But yeah, the plan is for her to go again on Friday and see see how we go from there, and hopefully, have a better idea of, where it's kind of heading, if it does continue to drop, or if it, kind of goes back the other way. Sometimes these results do kind of weird things too, we see. So, yeah.
Liv got more bloods done on Wednesday. We didn't get the results on the Wednesday. We got them on the Thursday afternoon. And that's when I knew it was over. The HCG had dropped again from 51 on the Monday to 24 on the Wednesday. At 6 weeks, Liv miscarried. It's been a rough few weeks. Liv is doing okay, considering I think she struggled, like all of us, with the roller coaster and the unknowns and just the torturous back and forth of not knowing what was happening and whether this baby was going to stay. My heart goes out to Liv because I really hoped that this surrogacy journey would be free of miscarriage and pain. We were just feeling so good about this embryo being the one, finally. Over 6 years of trying for this baby. This was our second embryo transfer to our gestational surrogate. Our first was in April, and that ended in a chemical pregnancy, and this one a miscarriage at 6 weeks. Both PGS tested embryos, both great grades. We have 2 embryos left, frozen, both of lesser grades and both untested, so we have no idea if they're chromosomally normal. They are our last embryos, and that's scary, but just got to see what happens. I don't have high hopes, and I think that's totally normal at this point. We had high hopes for our 2 PGS tested, and I know non-tested lower grade embryos can make babies, but we are so far deep into this. It's been hell. I'm so sick and tired of the failures and the disappointment and the crushed dreams and the heartache and the anxiety and the tears. It is so draining and it's exhausting, and I'm over it. We're ready to catch a break. We have an appointment over the phone with our specialist this afternoon to discuss what's just happened and where we go from here. So I'll be giving you an update on how that conversation goes. At this point, Tim and I don't see ourselves doing another egg collection. I've done 5 egg collections, and I don't know. We just were hoping that one of these 2 PGS embryos would be our baby, and coming to the realization that they're both gone. Looking back to last year when we created them, how much work, blood, sweat and tears went into creating them. Yeah, it's disappointing to say the least. I will keep going until I have that baby in my arms, because being a mother is all I've ever wanted, and I cannot imagine myself not being a mother. And I don't want to imagine myself not being a mother. Tim is a beautiful husband and has a big heart. And he wants more than anything to see me holding the baby that I've wanted to. My fear is that all of this pain and struggle will have been for nothing if we stop trying. After all that we have faced and endured, we can't end up with empty arms. And I know that's the sad reality for so many people. We are forever grateful to Liv for putting her body and mind through what's been a not straightforward pregnancy, early pregnancy. And we're so grateful to husband Luke as well. They're the best friends and supporters for wanting to help us bring this baby into the world, and I just wish it wasn't so hard on them as well. I don't know if it's our embryos or what. We'll see what our specialist says this afternoon, but who knows. So this little miracle becomes our 8th angel baby if you count our chemical pregnancies. Thank you for all the love and the prayers and the support. This community is a very special thing, and we are so thankful for the outpouring of love. I'll wrap it up here, but I will let you all know how the appointment goes with our specialist and what's next. Take care of yourselves, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.
Where are